All right, so Kirkland, we are live. And for you guys who are just joining us, I am live with Kirkland Henry, which is one of my clients. And we are going to just come on and talk about the experience in the CFO membership program, how it is. But I want to give Kirkland a chance to introduce himself first, and then we'll hop into that conversation. We are live. And for you guys who are just joining us, I am live with Kirkland Henry, which is one of my clients. And we are going to just come on and talk about the experience in the CFO membership program, how it is. But I want to give Kirkland a chance to introduce himself first, and then we'll hop into that conversation. We are live. And for you guys who are just joining us, I am live with Kirkland Henry. Okay, so I was hearing echoes.
Yeah.
I am live with Kirkland Henry, which is one of my clients. And we're going to just come on and talk about the experience in the CFO membership program, how it is. But I want to give Kirkland a chance to introduce himself first, and then we'll hop into that conversation. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm doing this right.
Yeah, might not be a good thing right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was hearing echo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I might have to figure this out a little later. Okay. So it's a lag. That's what's going on. Okay. Exit out of that. So are we still able to hear? We're still live on YouTube. So for the people who are watching on YouTube, give us a second. It's okay. Okay. I think I got rid of the interference. I had a couple of tabs up that had YouTube on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I believe that's what it was. Yeah. So yes, we are live with Kirkland. We're going to be asking him some questions, but before we get into everything, I want to let Kirkland introduce himself. So go ahead and say hello to everyone and let everyone know who you are, Kirkland.
I'm Kirkland Henry. I'm the founder, CEO of Sanuka Motor Group. Basically, we own trucks and we offer dispatching services, and we work with a lot of different clients, new clients, veteran clients. And, we're a new company, so we're still in the process of making sure everything is organized.
Okay, cool. So Kirkland, when you what made you first decide to work with me?
Well, I saw your presentation, on another chat, and I like how you were organized, and it was like the PowerPoint, the presentation and everything. And I figured, you took time and effort to present yourself. So I like that about you. So I basically decided, let's take a chance, and get organized myself.
Okay. So what was the back organization part of your business like before you became a client?
So before I even set up my trucking company, one of the first thing I looked into was, just getting organized. And, QuickBooks was one thing that I looked at, because I watched my parents start business when I was younger, and and then I also had business in my 20s, and, I knew nothing about organization. I knew nothing about, how to properly do accounting, how to organize the QuickBooks. So I definitely needed the help, and, I figured, why not go with the experts,
Okay. So how was that? I want to say, how was the experience working with me? One, and more specifically, how was it when you first did that GPS workbook?
Well, I like the layout, because it made things simple to show you that, hey, you don't have to, it's not far away when you write it down on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. So I like the plan of action that we put in, how we set up our break even and schedule, how we document our maintenance, our, all our expenses, So I like that process a lot.
Okay. What would you say your business is like now, and how has it improved?
Now I can see everything, where every penny is going, where every penny is coming in. I catch everything. I can look at my KPI and see if my KPI has increased on a weekly basis or monthly basis, quarterly basis. I can look at everything, you know. And before I was just basically trying to, just come up with ways to do it myself, just log in, fuel here, fuel there, truck expense there. But now everything is categorized. Each expenses has a column. I can look at my profit and loss statement at the end of the week and see, hey, this is how much I'm really grossing, and this is how much I'm spending. My net. So everything is more detailed now.
Yes, I remember when you first came in, Kirkland, you were like, well, one of the things that came up was when everyone was getting the EIDL loans or the loans, and you're like, well, how do I put it in here? And I was like, it looks like you're counting it with all of your income.
Yeah.
And a lot of transportation companies are counting their what they got into the loan as income, and that's a loan, and it should be put in a certain area in your books.
Yep.
So what would you say that if someone is like, I'm not sure if this program is for me, or if this is the right move for me, it's not what I don't have the time, I don't necessarily have the money that I need. What would you say to that person that's afraid to make that leap and take that chance?
Well, I try to explain to people that, if you were to look at it like on a long-term perspective, and say, well, in this program, you're going to be in it for, at least a year, and if you say, okay, let me say, okay, let's do 6 months. If you're going to be in the program for 6 months, right, is roughly, and you're going to pay up front, you're roughly going to cost yourself $33 a day. Now, if you're in trucking and you can't make $33 a day, you shouldn't be in trucking, because roughly that's what the program is going to cost you, $33 a day. And $33 a day, you have access, we have our weekly meetings every week, so you're not going to get everything, just in one go around, so every week we have a meeting and you can ask questions. It's not a large group where you're just gonna be missed out. You're not gonna feel welcome. So that alone in itself, will pay for the program. Because up front it looks expensive. I'm not gonna lie, it looks expensive up front. But you gotta look at it over a long period of time. If you stay in it for more than a year, when you pay up front, then really it's more like $15 maybe a day, so it's worth it, and you get time to get organized, because in trucking, it's a high risk business. You need to track every penny. I mean, you're not going to be perfect. I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not going to be perfect to catch everything, but if you can catch 97% of everything that goes in, goes out, I think that's better than being at 50%. So it's important that you get organized before you even buy a truck. I think this is the first step you should do as a person. Get your back office organized, get everything situated, know where the money is going in, because at the end of the day, end of the week, end of the quarter, end of the year, you want to make sure everything is good, make sure that you're claiming those write-offs, that you don't overpay the IRS, because that's one of the biggest catch, to control your finances. If you don't control your finances, you're gonna go to business.
Yeah. So how do you feel? Well, how do you feel about the community?
A community is nice, small community. We help each other out, share ideas. I've got information from other members, help other members. Some of my clients are also members, some joined up, some I met in the group, so we take care of each other.
That is, I talk a lot on live about who your accountability partners are. And the group allows you to have that accountability partners and identify individuals who have like-minded goals, and you don't have to go out and look for them. They're all right here in the hub. And it's very important to have those accountability, because you don't know what another person can help you with. And honestly, being in transportation, I realized that it's hard. It could be a challenge finding someone that genuinely wants to help, and is willing to share their experiences and their resources. And in our community, we do just that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was surprised. It's more than just an accounting group. There. I mean, just some of the members that I just talked to in the group. It's interesting. You got people from all walks of life, but they have information that you can share, and I've always tried to share with them. And I like the group, a small group, and everybody is trying to do the right thing and trying to be successful.
Yes. So if you had anything to say to individuals who are out there listening, I know he said afraid to make the leap, but they're on the fence. Like, I've seen your stuff, I'm not sure. I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say, then I'm gonna say what I gotta say. But go ahead.
You need to know your numbers, and you're gonna see a lot of people tell you all kinds of things about trucking. They're gonna tell you, you can make a lot of money in trucking, and the answer is yes. And you're gonna spend a lot of money in trucking too. The answer is yes. Now, how do you know how much you're actually keeping? If you're just getting the money in and you're also spending money, because you have to spend, but you have to know, like, okay, where's my break even? Where am I really making money? And that's the biggest thing in this business. So before you put a truck on the road, anybody would tell you that you need to set up your back office. You can talk to any of the guys on YouTube, that are teaching trucking, whatever. Back office is the number one thing. Some people say do any type of trucking course, whatever, buddies or whatever, and then you go and buy a truck. I think that's the wrong way to do it. I think the best thing you need to do is you need to set up your accounting. Once you set up your bank account, you need to have accounting, or even have an accountant, bookkeeping. Those stuff are important, because like I said, high risk business, high reward. You have minimum room for error, and if you're just gonna start a business and you don't have your back office set up, you're putting yourself in a hole already from day one, because simple things like driving down to Freightliner to get parts, those things has to be logged. You have to log those miles. So where are you going to log the miles? How are you going to remember to log the miles? I mean, it's work, so, and then once you buy your truck, now you get that truck, you have to put the information for that truck in your QuickBooks. So if you don't have these things set up, you're not going to log it. You're not going to remember to log it. You're not going to remember to track the interest that you're paying your loan, as a tax write-off, these things, that factoring fee that you pay, that factoring fee is a tax write-off. Those stuff has to be logged. So
I taught him that.
yeah, yeah. So get your back office set up before you put a truck on the road, because you hear plenty guys out there. I know Adam Winfield always say, 8 of the 10 trucks fail, so you don't want to be part of that 8 group, so get your back office set up right, and and then you can go look at a truck. Okay, because I think getting the truck and getting on the road, I think that's the easy part, but the back office, the compliance, that takes work. Okay.
Yes, I would say for anyone who is on the fence, honestly, when you say, "Oh, I can't afford it," and my rebuttal is, and it's not necessarily a rebuttal, it is my truth. You can't afford not to have it, because in trucking, you could lose tens of thousands of dollars in the blink of an eye, of 1 week, one truck breakdown. And that could have been your cushion that you thought was going to last, and it can't. But in this group, in this membership, I show you how to identify those things so that you can catch them early. Not saying that they will not happen. They will. It happens regardless, but you're able to identify it early so that you can pivot and make a change, and you're not just bleeding out unnecessary funds because you have too much ego to say you don't have the money to do it, when it would be more detrimental for you not to make that investment starting off. So for my individuals who are already in the transportation and you're unorganized, needing to get organized, this is the place for you. For individuals who are just starting off and you're not sure where to start, this is the place for you. Because you're going to be able to find that structure. When I was starting off, me and my husband, I wish someone was on here to tell me, stop right there, you need to focus on this, and not just throwing numbers at me as if I should know what those numbers are, or they didn't know what those numbers were. And being able to create your own roadmap in the community, because Kirkland, you are working on something totally different from what another individual is working on, but you still are able to thrive and help each other out and work at your own pace.
Yeah, I mean, like I tell people all the time, just if you take the $3,000 and you say, okay, let's divide it by 180 days, right? It's roughly $33, maybe 34, if that much, and believe me, $34 a day, to get you organized, to get to everything situated, it's worth it, and the longer you stay in the program, because once you pay up front, I mean, you can stay as long as you want, so each day it becomes cheaper. By the end of the year, it's $15. By the end of 2 years, it's $7, so it's basically, it's going to pay for itself over and over.
Yes, definitely. And I look at it as, we went to college, and when you went to college, you literally paid for a semester. A semester was that price.
Yeah.
Now tell me, are you practicing in your field in college? What happened when like, we're willing to make that sacrifice because you're saying that this is where you want to go? I'm telling you that in this program, you can get real life experience, on the job experience, where it helps to take you to another place. And then you also have that camaraderie and that community that's going to help you and take you and catapult you to where you need to be.
Yeah. Like I said, it's more than just accounting and QuickBooks. I mean, there's other stuff in there. We went over finding direct lanes. Simple stuff like that. How to do it, and so that was different than just the finance part of the program.
Yes. And looking from a financial perspective, if you're looking for a dispatcher, how to communicate your financial parameters with your dispatcher, how to find your financial parameters. Most people don't know that.
Yep. And the right lanes to run,
Right.
The areas to run, how to make, to increase your average each week,
Yes. So if you guys are interested in the program, go ahead. I will have a live webinar this Thursday. And I also upload my YouTube videos on every Thursday, once a week, so that you guys are able to see what's going on, actually see the value that we're providing. This week, we're going to be talking about those third quarter reports. How are we setting them up and going over them and seeing how you improved, and actually communicating that with your investors or your spouse or whoever you're in business with, and making a firm decision on what you need to do to improve your business, whether it is, this is not the business for me, or, hey, we need to add another truck, or it looks like our back office needs to be together. You're going to be able to identify all of those things. And we identify those things based off the numbers, not off of feeling, not off, you think this should be this way. We pull the numbers, we see what the numbers are saying. Because sometimes you may feel like something's off with the numbers and they're completely fine. Other times you may feel like you're completely fine and your numbers are completely off. So if you're looking to join the program, you can definitely click the link in the bio, subscribe, hit the notification button. We would love to see you in the community. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it on up. I know Kirkland is a very busy man. I thank you so much for stopping in and being able to share your story with us, and give the people your point of view and perspective. And I like to do this because I can get on here and talk all day long. I want you guys to see what people are saying and doing in the community and how they are benefiting from the services or the group. And we also have that Facebook group and all of the portal. In the portal, it is access. You have it. You can go and review the videos on demand. If you want more of the presentation, like I said, a live webinar will just give you the details for everything. But if you're saying, hey, I'm ready to roll, you can always click the link in my bio. I'll put the link in the bottom of this description for the live webinar, and also for the link for to get started in the program. And if you follow me on Instagram, it'll also be on there. So until next time, I will see you guys. Bye.
All right.
Thank you so much, Kirk.